Training camp is hard work. With the start of high school football practice, we decided to visit 4 local high school teams to see just what training camp is like.
Stick that foot in the ground, punch. Good.
Club those arms through, club them through.
Press that front side, left shoulder. Push it towards coach. Left shoulder, press it towards coach. You got to be able to run at an angle.
Check.
Good. Counter, yell it out.
Before, what is training camp like?
Training camp is the basis of our football team. Get all our learning in and conditioning, get us ready for the season.
How hard is it, the work you do in the preseason?
It's tough, but if you come to the pre-workouts before the mini camp, you'll be fine.
What's the hardest part about preseason training camp?
The hardest part, I would say, is dealing with the new people that has to learn the new plays and getting kids in tune on how our football program is.
Yeah. Is this something you look forward to get started?
Yeah, I look forward to it a lot. I mean, beginning of preseason, it's hardest, but I like it the most because when you look back later on in the season, this is where it starts at. The most important, I think, really is the working hard part and just working hard, busting their tails out here every minute, every second, every hour that we're out here.
Is this the most important part of the season?
I think so. I think it sets the tone for the season as far as your work ethic and your discipline. Guys that didn't do anything all in the off season, all of a sudden they're going to taste what it's like to work hard.
What's the best advice you can give to these young players who are new to training camp?
Learn how to work hard, learn how to be disciplined, and learn how to make sacrifices. I think those are the things that football teaches, and if we could do those things, I think we'd be all right.
2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1.
Some people think this is the most important part of the season because you're laying the groundwork for your season.
Everything starts here. Everything starts here. This is, like you said, this is the foundation. Well, I tell my guys, for me, it's like my version of Christmas. I get excited about the work that these guys put in during the course of the year, after the conclusion of the season, and then obviously throughout the summer. So it's it's the anticipation for the coaching staff when you get to this day.
What's the most difficult part about preseason training camp?
Just the running and just getting in shape. That's pretty much it, and making sure everything's perfect for when you have your first game.
Now, did you get your mohawk haircut today?
Yeah.
That must feel cooler.
Yeah, it's better. Shorter hair is better in the helmet.
Is that why you did it?
Yeah, and I like how it looks too.
Yeah.
So.
What is training camp like?
It's definitely the tougher of the practices. A lot of running and conditioning, but a lot of learning, like taking in everything at once.
Yeah. Do you look forward to this time of the year to get started?
I mean, yeah, it's fun, definitely fun to get started, but the 2 days are a little rough.
What's the hardest part about it?
Definitely all the running. It's a lot of mental and physical draining of your body, but it's getting back into it. So.
Razor, hut. Good ball. Get your depth, B. Get your depth.
Hut, quick. Good. Guys, we're practicing.
Set. Razor, hut.
Good. Aaron, good. That's not.
Well, you know, it's a good time for coaches and players to figure out exactly, you know, who's going where, who fits best in the offense, what positions they fit best defensively and offensively. And for the kids, I think it's a great time for them to show off the hard work they put in the off season. You know, the camps they went to, the running, the lifting, you know, and show that, you know, they want to be on the field, that they can be starters and they can compete for jobs. So it's a great time to figure that out, great time to prep for the season. You know, some long days and it gets a little tiring, but all the work, you know, pays off in the season.
It's an important part of the season, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know, we're here a lot. It's hot. It's summer. You know, we're away from home, and kids have to give up on jobs and other things they wanted to do, and they miss out on vacations. But it's important, like I said, to figure out where everybody's going, what are the strengths of the team, you know, what we want to emphasize this year, so that when we get to that first week of the season, we hit the ground running, and we're not figuring things out till week 3 or 4.
This is an exciting time of the year for you to get started? Practice?
Yeah, the first couple of days are exciting. By mid next week, they drag a little bit, and get a little tired, and you're ready to get the game, you know, get the games going. And these guys are tired of hitting the same yellow and blue jerseys. But right now, it's exciting, and I'm looking forward to the season.
What's the most important thing to get out of training camp, do you think?
Kind of knowing, like for me, I would like to know like what everyone's doing on the field. So like if they need help, I could like help them out. Kind of just like be a leader out there. And for everyone else, they really need to like get everything correct and just focus on what they need to do.
Training camp is really getting in the little details about plays, what plays, and you know, offense and defense. We're just trying to get all the wrinkles, so by season we're in mint condition and we can just keep we can have a great season again.
This is an important part of, you know, players can win positions, jobs, and there's a lot of things going on here, right? And it's physical and it's also mental.
Yeah,
mental challenge.
Especially for the younger kids, they're throwing a lot of information at them. And as an older classman now, I'm really trying to help them. Especially behind me is a freshman now, so I really have to work with them and help them. And so when I'm gone, they just continue to roll on.
What is training camp like, the preseason period?
Well, it's a lot of teaching. We've got a lot of young kids that things that might have worked for them at the lower levels, junior high and JV. You know, we have to tighten them up, bringing the team together so everybody's executing together. There's a lot of teaching going on in the first week, couple weeks.
It's intense, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. That's one of the things that builds team.
How important is preseason training camp to a football team?
This is what builds your team. I mean, if we can't get it accomplished here, it's going to be tough to pull it off later in the year. There's no distractions. The kids don't have to go to classes. You know, this is really what they have to worry about for about 2 or 3 weeks. And, you know, hopefully it all comes together and we're able to put together a good team. I think we will.
Now, since the days when you were playing for the Porters, as a young Porter,
yes, sir,
has preseason training camp changed till today? Have you seen any changes, or is it pretty much still the same?
I remember it being hotter, but I'm not sure if that's accurate or not. But no, it's you know, I don't think football's changed all that much since my grandfather played. You know, it's the same thing. It's sacrifice. It's playing as a team. It's executing. That's it.
Set.
When you hear the words preseason training camp, what goes through your mind?
A lot of work.
It's intense, isn't it?
Yeah, it's fun. Like, it's kind of iffy.
How do you feel about it?
It's fun. We got a lot of stuff we have to learn like quick.
Training camp it's something to get a baseline for the team. You know, start getting in shape, kind of get you in the mindset that, you know, it's time to start working and start getting the plays down and just working with the team, getting that chemistry going.
How intense is it? How hard is it, the work that you do?
It depends what you do in the off season. If you're not doing anything in the off season, then it's going to be a bit of a struggle with the running and conditioning. If you don't go to any of the off season practices, then you're not going to know much of the plays or anything. So it really depends what you're doing in the off season, what you're spending your time on.
When this time of year rolls around, is to get your juices flowing, your football?
This is where you want. Where else would you rather be right now? This is it.